beginning, just to lie down for a minute or two. You can set them up one under your head and one under your shoulders, just like we do in class, and you can feel it out how you like, one higher or lower. Usually if you're going high-low, the one under the head is the higher one. That could be of this shape or this shape or this shape.
Erica, what if we don't have blocks?
If you don't have blocks, just lie down on your back like you normally would. Do you have something that's a block, any kind of like block substitute? Just asking for during class.
I was using my son's old Lego box, but I don't think that'll work under my back.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you're totally fine. I'm just saying, if you have the blocks, you can use them, just like in the studio, right? Sometimes we use them and sometimes we don't. So if you have them, you can use them. If you don't, you're totally good also. And then find a comfortable supine position. Hi to new people that are popping up on the screen. Ricardo and Teresa. And I'm going to mute everybody.
Computer.
Just start to settle in, check in with your body. Every week seems to be a little bit different, and maybe we're taking on different activities. Found a piece of a Connect 4 tile under my mat. My daughter and I had a Connect 4 battle yesterday. It's fun. Just settle in. Start to become more aware of your breath. And just try to find that nice, smooth, even breath that we can more easily find when we're in a supine supported position. Don't have to worry about your alignment really, and how you're sitting and how you're stacking your bones. You're nice and supported. Just follow that breath from the belly to the ribs, the chest. And then track it back down. If you need a few exhales out your mouth, please take them. And at any point, you're going to start with Ujjayi breath, in and out through the nose, and just feeling that little contraction in the back of your throat. So the props are nice. They bring a little more heart opening aspect into this, but even if you're lying down on your back, you're still getting a heart opening in this position just by rolling your shoulders back and breathing up and down. Let's take a couple more breaths however you are. If you want to change the position of your arms or your legs, go for it. I'm going to move to Supta Baddha Konasana. My hips can have a few extra moments of breath. And then from here, everybody just reach your arms straight up toward the ceiling. Again, blocks or no blocks, it doesn't matter. You can keep your legs in any position. Might want to extend them at this point. Clasp opposite elbows and just let your arms reach back over your head. So it may or may not touch the mat. If your head's down on the mat, they might, but just getting a shoulder stretch here. Pulling your elbows into your hands to your elbows. And then switch the cross of your elbows, or switch the cross of your forearms. Your elbows get really crossed. That might be hard. One side always feels a little more open for me, as probably for you. One more inhale. And exhale, release. If you're on blocks, just gently remove them off to the sides and come down onto your back. For a moment, just extend your legs. Let your arms rest like Shavasana. Settle back into the earth. And then draw your knees in towards you. Give yourself a squeeze. Give yourself some knee circles. Loosen it up. Pull them around. And reverse direction. And then bring your knees together. Stretch both legs up to the sky. Point and flex a couple times. Just getting some lubrication into the ankles and the feet. Start to circle your ankles around. A couple times in both directions. And then from here, bend your knees 90 degrees. Keep your knees over your hips. So from here, if you have a block or something that isn't gonna squish if you squeeze on it, you can place it between your thighs. If you don't, or you don't want to use it, you don't have to. But keep your knees at a 90 degrees, so try not to let your knees come in too far toward your chest. You can keep your head down for now, and we're just gonna lower your heels to touch the mat. And then use your core, bring your knees back up over your hips. So both heels tap down, keeping this 90-degree shape in the legs, and then bring them up. Try to draw your navel in. And again, heels tap down, finding the core, belly in. And again, heels down and up. Go for 4 more like this. Tap them down and up. If you want to bring your hands behind your head and lift your shoulders for the last couple. For a little more intensity. Try to stop over the hips and suck the belly in. Do 2 more. Good job, you guys. Nice, those of you who opted with the blocks. 1 more. Good. Okay, so stay here with the knees bent in that 90-degree angle. Release your head to the mat for a moment. So if you have your block, you could bring it behind your right knee and try to clamp it into place. If you don't have a block, just keep a 90-degree angle in your right knee. If you have the block, it's going to be a little less than 90. Stretch your left leg out so it's hovering off the mat. So the right knee's bent 90, the left leg is extended and hovering. Hands behind the head, lift your head and shoulders off the mat. We're going to tap left shoulder to right knee. And then when you open up, you're going to tap your right toes or your right heel to the mat. And then you're going to lift up, tap elbow to knee, like across your body, and then lower down. Good, you guys. Lift up, so the left leg just hovers the whole time. And down, we're going to go for 8, so this is 4. And 5 with a twist. It's okay if you get off my count. You guys look so good. 6. 7. 1 more on this side. 8. Press your head down. Switch your block to the other side. Block is between the left, behind the left knee if you have it, or even if you have a water bottle or something you can grip onto. We'll take the right elbow to tap the left knee, and then the left toes to touch the mat. Okay, that's one. Twist and tap for 2. Twist and tap is 3. This side's harder. 4. Because my abs are tired. 5. 6. Try to keep that right leg hovering. Mine keeps going up. 7. One more. 8. And release. Let the block go. Take one more big, long, full body stretch. Take a breath in through your nose. Side out. And gather your knees in. Take a few easy rocks up and down and find your way to tabletop. So as many rock and rolls as you want. And then we'll meet on all fours. Just set it up here, shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. Make sure your fingers are spread. Feel like you're squeezing thumb to thumb. Wrapping your upper arms back, and we'll take a few cat-cows. Inhale, arching your spine. If you like any other exhale, round in hand variations. You could turn your fingers around. Get that extra little wrist stretch. Keep the breath going. Inhales on cow and exhales on cat. Inhale and exhale. And then come to neutral. Turn your fingers, I guess, forward if you had them back. And then everybody can turn their fingers just out to the side. So left fingers point to the left, right fingers point to the right. So it's just like a half turn. And then take little circles. Just circling on the wrists a little bit. Not super intense, just getting a little motion in the wrist, go the other way. And then come back to center, turn all 10 fingers forward, stretch one leg back and then the other, find yourself in plank. Right leg goes back, left leg goes back. Hold your plank. Ears in line with shoulders, shoulders in line with hips, belly in, inner thighs lifting, kneecaps lifting. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1, downward facing dog. So big stretch up and back. Using the whole hand, really pressing all 10 fingers into the mat and forward. Squeezing thumb to thumb, and then feeling like the pinky fingers are wrapping left and right, like you're twisting a jar open, you're trying to turn the eye of your elbow up toward your thumb. Hips are high, belly and the ribs are engaged. You can keep all this, and if you want to do a few pedals, if you haven't already, up on the toes, bending one knee then the other. Staying strong through the arms. And keep the ears between the biceps, so not dropping the head or not cranking the neck up. And then find stillness in your down dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Come to Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Hips over heels. Let your head and neck go, and if you want to come to clasping opposite elbows or clasping hands behind the back or behind the head is nice. Soften your knees any amount. You don't need to overdo it on the hamstrings. It's super early. It feels good to have straight legs. You can have straight legs. It's more important to have the joints in alignment than to have the legs straight. Release your hands. Either touch your mat or bring your hands up to your shins. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Find Ardha Uttanasana, so lengthening from the tailbone out through the crown of the head. Exhale, forehead to shins. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. From here, inhale, rise, reach all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a couple half Surya A's right here at the back of the mat. Inhale, reach up. I like seeing you guys back together, Bob and Barb. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Engage your core. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Oh, look at the ears on that doggy, Vera. Inhale, reach up. Oh, please. Exhale, fold. Just see big ears. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Just one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, and walk yourself out back to plank pose. Come to plank, top of a push-up, and then shift a little more forward to your tippy toes and pause. So like a chaturanga prep, you're still squeezing thumb to thumb, you're still drawing your belly in, still lifting those thigh bones. Stay for 4, 3, lots of core engagement, 2, 1, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward by your right thumb, and then stay here, high lunge on fingertips or blocks. So if you had blocks and you want to use them, now blocks under your hands or use fingertips for extra height. Inhale, look forward, tap your back knee down or just graze the mat. And exhale, straighten both legs and fold. A couple times like that. Inhale, lunge, either tap or hover. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lunge, shoulders back, heart through, nice, Vera, good on. Exhale, fold. One more time. And then find your way into a lunge, just with your back knee lifted. We'll twist open to the right. Inhaling the right arm up to the sky. So give yourself enough space between your right foot and your left hand. Keep hugging your right hip back, lifting your left thigh. And then peel, peel, peel open. Shoulders move back, belly draws in. Stretch your top arm up and over your ear. Get even longer through the side body. Take one more breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down. Step your left foot forward to meet your right. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, clasp your fingers, point your index finger to the sky. Squeeze your biceps alongside your ears. Take another breath in. Exhale, side bend to your right. There you go, Dawn, nice. And then inhale, bring it back up through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale up to center. Exhale, little back bend, just lean back. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. You can swan dive or hands through heart center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Step your right leg back this time. Set your right knee all the way to the mat. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. We're gonna take another side bend. This time we're going to the left. We're gonna drop our left arm to the inside of our left leg so you have something to kind of press your knee up against for stability. And then side bend, right arm over. So for me, that keeps me a little more stable. Hopefully that works for you. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Inhale, shift to your tippy toes. Knees up or knees down. We'll lower, chaturanga, elbows back, slow lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Regroup. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot forward to high lunge on fingertips or blocks. Stay here, take an inhale. Tap your back knee down. Exhale, fold in, forehead to shin, both legs are straight. Inhale, lunge forward. Again, just sink your back knee a little or a lot. Exhale, fold in. I have my blocks on this one. Inhale, heart forward, helps with the shoulders. Exhale, fold in. One more time. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, extend. Inhale, come back to your lunge with your left knee over your left ankle and twist open to the left. So again, just make sure you have enough space that your right hand isn't too close to your left foot. Draw the belly up and in as you twist open. Keep that right shoulder rolling back. Inhale, stretch your left arm up and over your ear. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take an inhale. Exhale, step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise when you get to the top. Clasp your fingers, point your index fingers to the sky, get long. And side bend to your right. Really press your left foot down. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Nice, you guys. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot back. Set your left knee down. Rise, Anjaneyasana, stretch up. Feel the stretch in the front of your left hip. Drop your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Take an inhale and exhale, side bend to the right. Stay for 4. Keep that little resistance of your knee against your hand and your hand against your knee. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, both hands come down. Stay low, step back to plank. Lower, chaturanga. Inhale. And exhale, down dog. Stay here, take a couple extra breaths. Inhale, come up on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay. Chair pose. So feet about hip distance and parallel. Sit low, reach high, or big toes touch if you prefer. Keep the butt moving back and down. Doesn't really matter how low you go, but you want to be able to see your toes in front of your knees. Stay for 4. Draw the belly button in. 3, 2, smile. 1, lower. Chair's such a crunchy face pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in, step back to plank and pause. Everybody lower chaturanga and then land flat on your belly. So go slow and land it all the way down. Release your forehead to your mat. Bring your hands behind your head. Point your elbows out to the sides. So really lift the elbows, lift the belly. Inhale, lift the head and torso and the feet. And then exhale, gently tap down. Keep those elbows lifted high. Inhale and exhale. 2 more like this. Inhale and exhale. Lead with the elbows. Inhale and exhale. Release wide cobras now. So hands on fingertips, little tinted fingers, cupcake fingers. Inhale, wide cobra, lift up. Exhale, lower. This time toenails really press down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Remember, shoulders back. Inhale. Nice, Donna. Good, Ricardo. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands back alongside your rib cage. Tuck your toes. Either lift to plank or tabletop. And downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step forward, warrior 2. Right foot up between the hands, left heel spins flat. Inhale, rise, warrior 2. And then we'll pause. So checking for right knee over right ankle or slightly behind it. Right toes facing forward. Torso over the hips. Back thigh stays moving back. And close your eyes and take a few extra breaths. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. With your left hand, take your right wrist. Inhale, stretch long, and then exhale, reverse warrior with this clasp. If it feels good to you, you want to take it a little to a little different shape. You could gaze down toward your left heel, wrap your right shoulder in slightly. Keep your right knee opening to the right. Inhale, come back up to center. Release the arms, straighten out the right leg for triangle pose. Adjust your back foot if you want. You can scooch it in and turn your left toes a little more forward. Then hinge into it. Really keep the left foot anchored, possibly a block under the right hand. Find your triangle. Nice, good everybody. Keep lifting your thigh bones. There you go. Abba, you get the lunchbox now. It's a good shape for a block. I was thinking Kleenex box would work too, as long as you don't press too hard into that. It's gotta be a full one. Good. Keep squeezing the right sit bone down, pressing the pinky edge of the left foot back. Stretch your top arm up and over your ear. We'll get a side body stretch on this side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release to a high lunge facing forward. Pivot onto the ball of your left foot. Wiggle your right foot a little more to the right so both hands can come down to the inside of the right foot. And then we'll take lizard lunge. You can keep your back knee lifted. It's a little more the challenge. Or you can set your back knee down. Come onto your forearms. And just take a few breaths here. If you have your back knee lifted and you want to shift a little forward and back. That might feel good. Get that calf stretch. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And then everybody come back up onto your hands. Keep your hands to the inside of your right foot and step your left foot outside of your left hand so you end up in Malasana squat at the top of your mat. So the left foot's gonna step forward, the toes are turned out, the heels are turned in. We're in a squat. Good. And then we'll take a stretch with the arms. So right arm out to the right, left arm open. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, hands through heart center. Left arm out to the left, connected to the inside of the left leg. Feel the right arm open for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everybody, hands come back down. Find your way into Uttanasana. Straighten out your legs. Parallel your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to plank and pause. In plank, bring your feet a little bit closer together, maybe to touch. Vashisthasana, side plank, left hand outside of left foot. So rolling to the left, that left hand shouldn't have to move at all. You're on the outside edge of your left foot. Your right foot could stagger in front, could stack on top. Your left knee could come down if that's your variation. Stay here, belly in, hips high. Possibly top arm up and over for 4, 3. Keep pressing the mat away with your left hand. Keep unscrewing that jar. 3, 2, 1. Wherever you are, slowly find your way back into plank. Bring your hands onto the same line. Separate your feet a little. Shift forward, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back, downward facing. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot forward, warrior 2. The left foot steps forward, it stays facing forward. Right heel spins flat. Pretty sure we're all comfortable with warrior 2. Try to shift your torso back a little toward the right if it went over the left thigh. That's the main thing that happens here. And then try to really lift up through the core, belly back and in. Soften down through the shoulders. So the feet are firmly rooted and everything else is growing tall. Inhale your left arm straight up to the sky with your right hand. Take your left wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reverse your warrior with the clasp. And then from here, either stay just in a nice side bend or slightly bow in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back up to center, release the arms, extend through the left leg, adjust your stance, grab your prop if you need to. Triangle pose. So as you're shifting forward, really press the right foot down and then lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Left hand comes down, right arm goes up, and then we lean back like a wall is there to support us. Keep pressing the pinky edge of the right foot back to keep that right thigh moving back. Keep some weight in the left big toe, front one. Stretch your top arm up and over your ear. Get it nice and straight and long. Belly in for 4, 3, keep the left shoulder rolling back, 2, 1, bring both hands down to the front of the mat, squiggle the left foot over to the left a notch and find your version of lizard. So trying to come down onto the forearms, if you can, either back knee down or up. If it's up, try a few shifts forward and back. Maybe you do that and then you set it down. Maybe some shifts side to side. Doesn't have to be super static. And then we'll press back up and we'll refine that malasana. So go slow, come onto your hands, turn your left toe slightly out, step your right foot up, outside of your right hand. Stay here. And then, let's see. Let's actually bring our feet closer together and you can be up on your toes. So bring your feet together. Knees wide. I'm up on my toes, my heels are lifted, my knees are wide, yeah, just like that. And then crawl forward with your fingers. You can send your heels down as much as you can toward the mat with your feet this close. Keep pressing your knees wide. And then walk yourself back in. Separate your feet, find your way to Uttanasana. Forward fold. Take a moment. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step it back, plank pose. Pause and plank. Bring the feet a little closer together, maybe to touch. And then Vashisthasana on your right side. So your right hand is planted, it shouldn't have to go anywhere. Roll to that right hand, the outside of the right foot. Stack or stagger with your left leg. Keep lifting the hips and tilting slightly forward rather than back. Stay for 4. If you like, top arm up and over. Or any other variation, 3. 2. 1, find your way back to plank, and then vinyasa or not. So it's always optional. You can lower, you could go straight to down dog, you could go straight to child's pose. We'll meet at down dog. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. From here, just shorten your stance slightly. Inhale, come up high on your toes. Everybody bend your knees, send your hips high. Keep your hands rooted, look forward. Take another inhale. On your exhale, take a little hop to the top of the mat. If you didn't want to hop, you didn't have to, but I was trying to get you all to at least try it for fun. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. From here, inhale, reach up and come up onto your tippy toes. So inhale, just find a little balance. Lengthen up toward the sky, tailbone down, belly in. Stay for 4, 3, 2. Stay on your tippy toes. Come to chair. Bend your knees, send your butt back. And then from here, stay on your tippy toes, bring your hands to the mat. You can adjust your feet, bring them a little closer together. Plant your hands and try to get your knees up into your armpits for Bakasana crow pose, just to give it a try, right? So maybe just the prep. See you guys all know crow. Hug elbows in. Find that little shift forward into your hands. grip the mat with your fingers, squeeze your elbows in, consider lifting a leg or both legs or alternating legs. Play with it for a couple breaths. Keep hugging elbows in. Keep hugging your belly in. Really nice. Go, Vera. Good, you guys. 3. Nice, Ricardo. 2. Good, Therese. Go for it. 1. Release. Okay, so if you are not at the top of your mat, just make your way back up. Come into Uttanasana and just hang for a moment. You can hold opposite elbows or hands behind the back. Stretch out your shoulders. Just snuck a little Bakasana in on you. I thought after those Malasanas it was a good time. Okay. If your hands are in a clasp, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Step it back, float it back. Take a cleansing vinyasa. Vinyasa just means to move in a special way to link the breath with the movement. Lift your hips up and back. It doesn't really just mean those specific poses, but that's what we've come to know it as. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky and open your hip. So it's that time. We get to open the hip. Try not to drop the left shoulder. Take a few ankle circles or full knee circles if that's sounding good. And then inhale, level off your hips. Exhale, step forward, warrior 2. We've been here, done that, so we know where we are. From this warrior 2, take it right into Parsvakonasana, side angle, hinge forward. You can go forearm to thigh, but make sure you still have space between thigh and torso. Or you can grab your trusty prop outside or inside of your right ankle. And then take that top arm and wrap it behind your back. So take a half bind with the left arm. Maybe it makes it into the right hip crease. Maybe it just is holding onto your waistband. Peeling the left shoulder back. Check your left thigh, make sure it's moving back. Stay and breathe, a couple more breaths. Keep pressing the right knee open to the right. And then trying to keep the half bind if you have it. We're going to move right into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Gazing down towards your right pinky toe. You could take your prop with you. If you needed to move your hand to your hip, I totally understand. And then peel open. Be careful of furniture. Scoop the right side of your butt down, energize your left foot, and then release the arm up to the sky. And stay here. Okay, so if you have anything fancy you like to do, a Chapasana or something, you can throw it in. You can just stay here for 4, 3, keep the right big toe pressing down, 2, and 1. Slowly release into a standing split. Might help to bend the top knee slightly as you curl in. It's a little gentler on the hips. And then re-extend. I need to hop a little back on my mat. I feel like I'm going to hit the TV. Stay here. Fold in. Forehead moves towards your shin. Hugging the left inner thigh toward the midline. You want to play with balance or you want to play with handstand, this would be the time, just for a couple of breaths. For 4, and it doesn't have to be a handstand, right? It could just be like a little hop off the mat, see what it feels like. And then everybody, wherever you are, just land yourself in Uttanasana. Lower the left leg next to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Stand on your left leg. Pick your right knee up in front. Little hip stretch for the right hip. Figure 4 with that right leg. Press the right knee open. And then start to sit back. So hands to heart, hands to hips, hands to blocks. I'm good with all those choices. As long as you're feeling it in your right hip, like a standing pigeon shape. Good. Keep that right foot energized. Really good, Ricardo. Nice balance for 4. Nice, Ellen. Vera, 3. Therese, you guys all I did. Abba, 2. Can't see Bob and Barb. They got too low on me. 1. Release your hands to the mat. Unwind into a standing split. Take an inhale. Exhale, step back just into a lunge. Set your right knee down. Once again, Anjaneyasana, inhale your arms to the sky. This time adding a back bend. So we'll clasp our hands behind our back. Roll your shoulders back. Lean back. Lift your heart. Keep sinking forward as you lean back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up to center. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, vinyasa or not. We'll meet at down dog. Maybe a chaturanga sounds good. Maybe it doesn't. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky and open your hip. So it's a hip opener for the left leg. Want to keep the shoulders level. Take what you need. Inhale, level off your hips. Exhale, step forward into warrior 2. Back heel spins flat, it's just the setup. Get the legs, get your foundation set. And then as you're ready, side angle pose, hinging forward. Again, your choice, forearm to thigh, or use your block or your Kleenex box or your lunch box, whatever you got. And really peel open, back thigh moves back, front knee bends and presses to the left. Take your right arm, wrap it behind your back. If you don't have that hip crease, go as far as you can go. Keep peeling open, draw your belly in. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to gaze down towards your left big toe. Transition to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Again, take your prop with you or find one or go on fingertips. Flex your right foot as it leaves the mat. And then stay open toward the right. As you're ready, you can release the half bind if you haven't already. And then stay here. Keep pressing down through your left big toe, scooping the left side of your butt down for 4. Shoulders back, 3. Belly in, 2. And 1. We'll release into standing split again. If you want to bend your right knee in slightly as you make the transition to your standing split, do that. And then fold in. Take a couple breaths to take what feels good to you. Could just be a fold, could be a few hops. Maybe you play with bringing your hands to your left calf. Maybe you just play with leaning your weight into your hands. Finding an L shape. And then as you're ready, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands hard. Okay, we'll take that funky chair on the other side. So standing on your right leg this time, left knee up in front. And then figure four, find that first, really press the left knee open. Hips stay forward and then sit back. Make it a balance pose or bring your hands to blocks, or books, or anything. Sit deep. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up, release into your standing split, stretch your left leg to the sky. Take an inhale, exhale, step back, set your left knee down, sweep your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana, stretch out the front of that left leg now. And then add the back bend, clasp behind your back, try to switch your grip, roll your shoulders back, inhale, lift your heart, and then exhale, go back. Keep lifting through the heart. Don't just drop your head back for 4. Vera looks so good. 3, 2, nice Ricardo. 1, everybody nice. Got back bends, nice control. Step back, either vinyasa or down dog. And then I think, let's take a child's pose all together. Knees down, knees apart, big toes touch. Sit back. Release your forehead to the mat. Arms can be forward or back. Another one that's kind of nice is you bring your elbows in between your knees. It's a little embryo pose. Super tight in. Couple more breaths here. Okay, I don't want us to get too comfy in our child's pose. We're gonna do a little bit more standing. So find your way back to downward facing. You get comfortable down there in child's pose. Step your right foot forward and then set your left knee down. Come back into that kneeling lunge. Bring your right hand on the top of your right thigh. Root your right thigh bone forward. Inhale your left arm up to the sky. We'll take a twist to the right. So hinging forward. Left elbow across. Really wedge your way into your twist here. Press your palms together. Pull the heels of your hands back. And then if you want, you could tuck your back toes and lift your back knee up. If you don't want, you don't have to. Stay in the twist. When you inhale, think heels of the hands back, spine long. And then exhale, really press into that right big toe, get some leverage into your twist. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Release your hands to the mat. Straight to, everybody lift the left knee up and then shorten your stance so you can straighten both legs for pyramid pose. So feet are not on a tightrope. Left foot pointing up toward the top left corner of the mat. Inhale, lengthen here. And exhale, just fold in. Forehead to shin. Same dual action with the right leg. As your right hip is really hugging back, your right big toe is really pressing down. Left foot is firmly rooted. Left thigh is lifted. Couple more breaths. Shoulders are softening, elbows are hugging in. And from here, inhale, lengthen your spine. Hop your left foot a little bit back so you're back in your lunge position. And then wiggle your right foot over toward the left for pigeon. The right foot wiggles over, right shin comes down. We'll take a minute or so in pigeon. Just check that your right knee's wider than your right hip, and then you're good to go. If you haven't already laid down, you can lay down, forehead to the mat, to your hands. Try to stay active, squeezing knee to knee. Dropping the left hip toward the mat as you pull the right hip back. You needed that little extra towel or something under your right hip. I hope you put it there. Nice, Vera. Nice, Ellen. Everybody looks comfortable. Breath going. Okay, from here, inhale, peel yourself up, and then walk yourself over toward your left. So take a little twist. Keep pulling your right hip back. If you're comfortable here and you want to drop your right elbow to the inside of your right foot and bring your hands into prayer, you can take a little prayer twist. Keep wrapping your right side of your rib cage toward the left. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now you can unwind. Come back to center. Take it all the way back to a 3-legged down dog. Shake out that right leg, right hip, any way you want. It's calling for a flip dog. You want to flip it. You can flip it again. Don't take out any pets or furniture. Do what feels good for that right hip. And then we'll come back, we'll meet at down dog, full length down dog. Second side, take it from the top. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step forward, set your right knee down. Climb your hands up onto your left thigh. Great, stretch out the front of your right thigh. Inhale, your left arm up, your right arm up. And exhale, twist to your left. Find that prayer twist on the left side. So with the back knee down, it's easier to snuggle into your twisted position. And then you can decide if you want to lift the knee up. Maybe you want to keep the knee down and do something fancy with your arms. Fine, I don't know. Traditional is good too. Keep pulling the heel of your hand back. So inhale, think heel of the hand back, crown of the head forward. Exhale, press that left big toe down for leverage and twist to the left. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale And exhale. One more round of breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then release your twist. Bring both hands to the mat to frame your left foot. Pick your right knee up, hop your right foot in just enough that you can straighten out both legs and find your pyramid Parsvottanasana shape. Inhale, I need some water. Lengthen your spine, I'm gonna get some water. Exhale, hold your forehead to your shin. So in this pose, it's really easy to let the left hip kind of swing out to the left. So you wanna hug that left hip back a lot. You want to really root that right heel down, keep that right leg strong and straight, engaged. Nice Ellen with a little bind. Right, if your hands don't reach the mat and you have blocks or something to put them on, you could use them. And from here, inhale, lengthen your spine, find that little halfway lift, and then re-lengthen your stance so you're back in more of a lungy shape, and find pigeon. So swivel the right foot, left foot over to the right, settle in, take your time, right? Keep lifting up through that right knee and wiggling those right toes as far back as you can. Get that left knee open to the left, and then relax. Hold in. Each side, of course, feels different. That's why we have to do both sides, not just the side we like. The only place you want to be feeling something is more in that left hip glute area. So try to just soften the shoulders away from your ears. Scrunch up into your brow. Take a few more long, deep breaths. From here, inhale, peel yourself up. We're going to take just that little extra twist. So it could be a little or a lot. So maybe just come up and you walk to your right on your fingertips and keep hugging your left hip back, and that feels good. Or you come down into prayer twist, dropping your left elbow over to the right, trying to get it into the sole of the right foot if your right foot's up, left foot if your left foot's up high enough. And then we'll just stay here. Keep turning your right hip toward the mat and hugging your left hip back for 4, 3, keep breathing. That's important. 2, and 1, unwind. Let's all take the shake out on the left side. Step back and open your hip. Possibly wild thing. And then if you flipped, come back slowly, carefully, almost passing through Avashisthasana on your way back to down dog. And then everybody find your way to seated. So step, hop, just drop your knees, whatever works for you. Come to seated, stretch your legs out in front of you. I don't know which way I'm gonna go. I'll go this way. So sit up tall. We're gonna try Marichyasana A, and it could be your variation, so I'm gonna give you a couple options. It's a pose that has a bind, so if your shoulders don't allow you to do the bind, then you don't have a belt or a strap or something like that, give you an option. So take your right leg, bend your right heel in towards your right sit bone. Make sure you have a little space between your right foot and your left thigh. So about a fist distance between your right foot and your left thigh. You're not all the way touching. Left leg is active, left thigh is rooting down. Inhale your right arm up to the sky. So option A would just be to fold forward, grab onto your left foot with both hands, hug your right knee toward the outside of your right arm and be here. If you want to do the binding version, right, similar start. Your right arm goes to the inside of your right leg, then your palm flips. You reach behind you to the outside of the right knee. Your left hand comes behind your back, binds that right hand, and then you fold it. So if the bind is not happening, you just reach forward. Either way, you're hugging your right knee in. You're lengthening through your spine. Nice, Ellen. Yeah, you try the bind. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Nice, Donna. Good. We don't have all the props that we have at the studio. Stay for a couple more breaths. Each inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look toward your left toes. Slowly peel yourself up. Unbind if you're bound and switch sides. So stretching your right leg out. Bring your left heel in toward your left sit bone, so not toward the center line, right? A little off center, so you have about a fist distance between your left foot and your right thigh. Inhale, stretch your left arm up to the sky. Decide if you're just going straight forward, regardless, your arm's coming to the inside of your left knee, right? You're either grabbing this foot with your left hand, or you're flipping your left hand, reaching behind your left leg. That right hand comes back around, you grab it, and you fold in. So you're either holding your foot with both hands, or your foot with one hand and the other hand to the outside to help you for leverage. Inhale and exhale. Whatever you're doing, keep hugging your left knee in toward the midline. Keep your left big toe grounded. Keep your right thigh engaged. One more full round of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look towards your toes. Peel yourself up. And release. And shake it out. Okay, so from here, we're gonna take a twist. So one more twist. We've done a bunch of different twisty things today, so hopefully that's okay with you guys, and we'll do just a nice forward fold. So take your right knee, or your right foot, I should say, this time, step it over your left. You can keep your left leg just extended straight out in front of you, or you can bend your left heel back, so if I was facing you, you guys know, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Right hand comes behind you, inhale, left arm up to the sky, and take your twist. So you're twisting to your right. Either your left elbow comes all the way across your right knee, or if that causes you to feel a little rounded in, you can take your left crook of your elbow and use that, which I really like. So I tend to do that even though I can get my knee across. Inhale, my elbow across. Sit up tall, and exhale, twist. Keep pressing that right foot down into the mat. Inhale, and exhale. One more full round of breath. Inhale, and exhale. Take an inhale, and exhale, return to center. So if you have space and you're in this position and you just want to do the fun spin around, I'll do it with you. If not, it's gonna switch sides. So if you're gonna spin, you're gonna go to the left, right? You're gonna pick yourself up, you're gonna turn yourself around, and hopefully you're gonna land on the other side with the left leg crossed in front. If that didn't happen, then you just, right, you just refined it. Your left leg is on top, your right leg is either out or in. You sit up tall, left fingers behind you. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left, find that twist, and then drop in. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Make sure that this foot, the one that's crossed over, stays down. Left foot, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Shoulders down, inhale, and exhale. Okay, one more inhale. Exhale, return to center, uncross your legs, and then we're gonna do one just seated forward fold, and I'm gonna give you the option of legs straight out in front of you or legs wide. So pick which one you like. Paschimottanasana with the legs out, Upavishta Konasana with the straddle, and then either pose, wrap your inner thighs back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. So, yeah, good. Nice use of your props. You can grab a strap or whatever your strap option is around your feet. If you have it in Paschimo, you can be I was gonna say grabbing your big toes like Ellen and Upavishta, but she's doing Paschimo today. Good. And just stay here, breathe. A couple more breaths in this just nice symmetrical pose where both legs are doing the same thing. We're not twisting, binding, any of that stuff. One more breath. Forward folds are a good stretch for you if you have any sciatic pain. It's forward fold like this, maybe with your butt against the wall, or even standing forward fold. Inhale, look towards your toes. Slowly peel yourself up, and we'll come down all the way onto our backs and set up for a bridge pose. And by all means, if you want to make it supported at this point, you can grab your trusty block or something that can support you and place it under your sacrum, any height. If you don't have that, or you just want to take an active back bend, check that your feet are hip distance and parallel. Arms can be down by your sides or bent into robot arm position, and then go ahead and start lifting your hips. Send your tailbone toward the back of your knees. Wiggle your shoulders underneath you any amount. Maybe clasp your hands. You guys are looking good. You know the drill. So it's a nice opening across the front body, as well as spinal extension. For 4, 3, 2. If you're supported, stay how you are. If you're not, slowly lower, and we'll just rest for a couple breaths, and then we'll take one more. Again, it could be a bridge, it could be a wheel. Okay, as you're ready, one more. We'll hold it for 4 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more full round of breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then gently release your hips down to the mat if you are supported on your block. Sorry, have to remove it. I mean, you could keep it if you want, you're at home, but yeah. Take your feet as wide as your mat and just take some easy windshield wipers with your knees, rocking side to side. And then coming back to center, bring your feet back a little closer together. Hug your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg long. Take a moment, maybe hug your right knee a little more out toward the right. And then we'll take a final supine twist, shifting your hips slightly to the right. Draw that right knee over to the left. You could rest your right knee on a block if you had one. All right, so it's more important to try to keep your right shoulder down than to get your right knee down. If that makes sense. And then breathe here. Keep just gently sending your top hip forward. Okay, not excessive efforting at this point of class. Just letting it feel good. Stay for a few more breaths. If you've never tried looking to the left, try looking to the left. It feels kind of nice on the neck. Make a little more grounding. Take one more inhale. And exhale, slowly unwind back to center. Stretch your right leg out. Hug your left knee in. And just take a moment hugging the left knee in before you go to the twist. Open the left knee just a little more toward the left armpit. And then bring that left knee back up through center. Adjust your hips, the slight shift to the left. Drop your left knee over to the right. Settle into your twist. You want to feel still broad across the collarbones. A little bit of engagement in the core. Definitely breathing long and smooth. One more inhale. And exhale back up through center. And then from here, we'll take a pose of your choice that's, again, symmetrical, where both legs are doing the same thing. So options. Supta Baddha Konasana might feel good right now. Happy baby. Maybe a plow pose where you lift your legs all the way up and over your head, support your low back, wriggle your shoulders underneath you. You can have your toes tucked or your feet flat. If you're in plow, you can reach your arms forward. It's probably the most intense of the choices. can bring your knees alongside your ears in Karnapidasana. So those are your choices. We're gonna just stay in this position for a few breaths. I'm going with Supta Baddha Konasana is always my choice at the end. Breathe, settle back in. Reconnect. Start to think about what shape you want to take for Shavasana. If you want traditional supine Shavasana, if you want to move to a wall and take your legs up the wall, if you want to sit on a cushion in more of a seated meditation seat. And start to come out of whatever you are in. And we'll make our way into our Shavasana. Definitely eyes closed wherever you are. If you are lying down and you want to cover your eyes with something, even if you have an eye pillow or a piece of a sweatshirt or something. Pretty nice. And then just settle in. Find the stillness. Enjoy the stillness. And I will be here to guide you out, so just drop in, really follow the effort. Rest. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Start to reawaken your body with subtle movements, wiggling your fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles. As you're ready, reaching your arms up over your head, clasping your thumbs, stretching long from end to end, fingertips to toe tips. And then from here, just again, as you're ready, drawing your knees in, taking a moment to roll to one side in fetal pose. Keeping your eyes closed, your gaze inward. And from your fetal pose, gently use your hands to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Your eyes opened up, just softly close them. Together, let's finish with one big collective sigh. Take a deep inhale through your nose and pause at the top. Try to sip in a teensy bit more. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Like I could hear you. Bring your hands together at heart center, sealing in your practice. And gently bow your chin towards your heart in a gesture of gratitude towards yourselves, your yoga practice, and the yogis around you. Thank you all so much for coming out this Saturday morning, sharing your practices with me. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope I see you next week, next Saturday. Namaste. I'm going to come unmute you. Is one of you computer A also? Is that like a, I don't mind if you're on two screens. I just wondered who is computer A. Let's see. Anybody?
Computer
I think
aid.
so.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to know. I don't want any Zoom bombers coming.
Oh, yeah, true.
Thanks, Erica.
Oh, thanks you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Trying
you
to
very-
get this one off that's echoing.
See you next week.
See you guys next week. Have a great week.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao.